Good evening. A little bit late, but better late than never. Thank you, Susan. I've done this specially for you and for directing my steps. I'm sure I've written about this saint way back in 2014, 2015. Typed it up for my friend Monica, but I think I've forgotten all about her. Because after I do some of the saints, I never look at them again, only my favourite ones. I've got a few favourites, but the rest of them, I do remember some that I love, but I don't look them up. But this one, definitely for backs, definitely. So anyone who's suffering with a bad back, intercede and ask Saint Gemma Galgani, the Virgin of Lucca. Because if she hadn't been praying for me this while I've been typing up 1,000 something words, I would have given up by now. So it's comfortable, and I've used a hot water bottle, but it's not big enough really. It should be bigger than that. It's not enough hot water bottle. It's only a bit for one spot. Alright then, I'm going to share with you all Saint Gemma of Galgani, the Virgin of Lucca. You'll find out as I read on what she's good for. I mean the prayers. Wonderful life, lovely saint, lovely girl. So her name is Saint Gemma Galgani, the Virgin of Lucca. She was born Maria Gemma Umberta Galgani on the 12th of March 1878 in Camigliano, Capannori, Italy. She died 11th of April 1903, aged only 25. Lucca, Italy, venerated in the Roman Catholic Church. She was beatified on the 14th of May 1933 by Pope Pius XII. I got it wrong in the typing and wrote 11th, but I checked it, but it's 12th. Saint Gemma Maria Gemma Umberta Galgani, 12th of March to 11th of April 1903. She was an Italian mystic, venerated as a saint in the Roman Catholic Church since 1940. She has been called the Daughter of the Passion because of her profound imitation of the Passion of Christ. She is especially venerated in the congregation of the Passionists. I knew some of those in Mandeville, Manchester, Jamaica. The nuns were lovely, that's all I'm going to say. The nuns. I won't mention anybody else, but the nuns were lovely. She was canonized 2nd of May 1940. St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican City, by Pope Pius XII. Her early life. Gemma Umberta Maria Galgani was born on 12th of March 1878 in the hamlet of Camigliano in the provincial town of Capannori. Gemma was the 5th of 8 children. Her father, Enrico Galgani, was a prosperous pharmacist. Soon after Gemma Galgani's birth, the family relocated north from Camigliano to a large new home in the Tuscan city of Lucca, in a move which was undertaken to facilitate an improvement in the children's education. Gemma's mother, Aurelia Galgani, contracted tuberculosis. Because of this hardship, Gemma was placed in a private nursery school run by Elena and Ercilia Vallini when she was 2.5 years old. Several members of the Galgani family died during this period. Their firstborn child, Carlo, and Gemma's little sister, Giulia, died at an early age. On 17th of September 1885, Aurelia Galgani died from tuberculosis, which she had suffered from for 5 years, and Gemma's beloved brother Gino died from the same disease while studying for the priesthood. Education. Gemma Galgani was sent to a Catholic half-boarding school in Lucca, run by the Sisters of St. Zita. She excelled in French, arithmetic, and music. At the age of 9, Gemma Galgani was allowed to receive her first Holy Communion, because you see, in those days they didn't give the children Holy Communion as young as they do now. It wasn't, well, they've made progress since then, because they've realised the child's age of reason is 8. So 9, she was already above the age of reason. Adolescence. At 16, Gemma Galgani developed spinal meningitis, but recovered. She attributed her extraordinary cure to the Sacred Heart of Jesus through the intercession of the Venerable Gabriel of Our Lady of Sorrows, later canonized, and I know this saint whose name I'm going to read. I've typed her up, she's on my computer somewhere. Margherita Marie Alaque. Shortly after turning 18, Gemma Galgani was orphaned, and therefore she was responsible for the upbringing of her younger siblings. It's a big task, which she did with her aunt Carolina. She declined 2 marriage proposals and became a housekeeper with the Ghani family. Mysticism. According to a biography written by her spiritual director, remember this name because he comes up a lot, Germano Ruopolo, Gemma Galgani began to display signs of the stigmata on 8th of June 1899 at the age of 21. She stated that she had spoken with her guardian angel, Jesus, the Virgin Mary, and other saints, especially Gabriel of Our Lady of Sorrows. According to her testimonies, she sometimes received special messages from them about current or future events. With her health in decline, Ruopolo directed her to pray for the disappearance of her stigmata. She did so, and the marks ceased. She said that she resisted the devil's attacks often. Gemma Galgani was frequently found in a state of ecstasy. She has also been reputed to levitate. She claimed that on one occasion, when her arms were around the crucifix in her dining room, and she was kissing the wound on the side of the crucified Christ, she found herself raised from the floor. Stigmata. Gemma Galgani is alleged to have experienced stigmata on 8th of June 1899, on the eve of the Feast of the Sacred Heart. She writes, "I felt an inward sorrow for my sins, but so intense that I have never felt the like again. My will made me detest them all, and promise willingly to suffer everything as expiation for them. Then the thoughts crowded thickly within me, and they were thoughts of sorrow, love, fear, hope, and comfort. In the subsequent rapture, Gemma saw her guardian angel in the company of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The Blessed Virgin Mary opened her mantle and covered me with it. At that very moment, Jesus appeared, with his wounds all open. Blood was not flowing from them, but flames of fire, which in one moment came and touched my hands, feet, and heart. I felt I was dying, and should have fallen down but for my mother, the Blessed Virgin Mary, who supported me and kept me under her mantle. Thus I remained for several hours. Then my mother kissed my forehead. The vision disappeared, and I found myself on my knees, but I still had a keen pain in my hands, feet, and heart. I got up to get into bed and saw that blood was coming from the places where I had the pain. I covered them as well as I could, and then, helped by my guardian angel, got into bed. Physician Pietro Pafano, who had known Saint Gemma since her childhood, examined her claims of stigmata. He observed hysterical behavior and suspected she may have suffered from a form of neurosis. Pafano examined Gemma and noted spots of blood on the palms of her hands. But when he ordered the blood to be wiped away with a wet towel, there was no wound. He concluded the phenomena was self-inflicted. This was confirmed on another occasion by Gemma's foster mother, Cecilia Giannini, who observed a sewing needle on the floor next to her. Psychologist Donovan Rawcliffe has written a book published nearly 50 years after her death that her stigmata was caused by self-inflicted wounds of a major hysteric. Reception. Gemma Galgani was well known in the vicinity of Lucca before her death, especially to those in poverty. Opinions of her were divided. Some people admired her extraordinary virtues and referred to her as the Virgin of Lucca out of pious respect and admiration. Others mocked her, including her younger sister Angelina, who apparently used to make fun of Gemma during such experiences, and during Gemma's canonization process was deemed as unfit to testify due to accusations of attempting to profit from Gemma's reputation, death, canonization, and devotion. In early 1903, Gemma Galgani was diagnosed with tuberculosis and went into a long and often painful decline, accompanied by several mystical phenomena. One of the religious nursing sisters who attended to her stated, "We have cared for a good many sick people, but we have never seen anything like this." At the beginning of Holy Week, 1903, her health quickly deteriorated, and by Good Friday, she was suffering tremendously, dying in a small room across from the Giannini house on 11th of April 1903, Holy Saturday. After a thorough examination of her life by the Church, she was beatified on the 14th of May 1933 and canonized on the 2nd of May 1940. Gemma Galgani's relics are housed at the sanctuary of Santa Gemma, associated with the Passionist monastery in Lucca, Italy. Since 1985, her heart is housed in the Santuario de Santa Gemma in Madrid, Spain. Gemma Galgani's confessor, Germano Ruopolo, who significantly influenced her, wrote a book about her, and the ISBN number, which I'll write on the information thing, 978-089-555-6691, published year 2000, Tan Books. The bronze figure of her tomb in Lucca was created by sculptor Francesco Ghani. The major shrine, Passionist Monastery in Lucca. Her feast day is 11th of April, celebrated by the Passionists, though on a different day, the 16th of May. Attributes: Passionist robe, flowers, lilies and roses, guardian angel, stigmata, heavenward gaze, patronage of, students, pharmacists, naturally, because her father was one. I don't know why paratroopers and parachutists, and loss of parents, and those suffering with back injuries or back pain. Well, I've had both, and I've still got minimum now, but it's still around, and I expect it will be bad all night and in the morning, and maybe in the middle of the day tomorrow it might get better. Those suffering with headaches and migraines, those struggling with temptations to impurity, and those seeking purity of heart. So this sounds like, never mind about the stigmata, most of us hopefully will never get anything like that, so that must be permanently painful, like with Padre Pio. So I think if you've got any of those ailments, ask her to pray for you and intercede for you. I know I certainly will continue. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you and heal you if you need healing as well. I'm sending you God's peace in abundance, and be happy and joyful in the Lord always. And thank you, Susan, for recommending that saint to me, because I'm feeling a lot a lot better in my back. It's not completely gone, but it's bearable. So God bless you all, and I'll get back to normal tomorrow. I've still got the Bible thing ready to read, but I thought I would do this saint first. So I'll hopefully be strong enough to do the Bible tomorrow as well as the other readings. God bless you all. Thank you for listening.